Hello everyone, welcome back to Podcast with Neeraj. Today we have a special guest from Canada. Her name is Emma, and her story is something millions of English learners can relate to. Emma, many people believe they are not smart enough to speak English. They understand grammar, they know vocabulary, but when someone says, "Can you introduce yourself?" they become nervous and stay silent. If you ever felt scared to speak English in public, today's conversation is for you. We will also learn useful English expressions like take your time, don't worry, I appreciate your help, and practice makes progress. Emma, thank you for joining us today. Can you tell us why speaking English was once your biggest fear, and what changed your life forever?
Thank you, Neeraj. I'm happy to be here. When I moved to Canada as a teenager, I understood some English, but I was afraid to speak. I worried people would laugh at my pronunciation or my mistakes. Every day at school, I stayed quiet. One afternoon, I went to a small coffee shop. The cashier smiled and asked, "How's your day?" I froze because I didn't know how to answer. A woman standing behind me noticed I was nervous. She smiled and softly said, "Take your time. You're doing great." Those simple words changed everything. She didn't laugh. She encouraged me. That day I learned an important lesson. People usually respect your effort more than your perfect grammar. From then on, I promised myself that I would speak English every single day, even if I made mistakes.
Emma, that's such an inspiring story. Many students think they must become perfect before they start speaking, but your experience shows that confidence comes first and perfection comes later. Let's teach our listeners a few useful phrases. Instead of saying, "My English is bad," say, "I'm still learning English." Instead of saying, "I can't speak English," say, "I'm improving every day." These positive sentences help build confidence. Another great expression is, "Could you repeat that, please?" Native speakers use it all the time. Listeners, remember this. Making mistakes is part of learning. Every conversation is practice. Emma, after that day at the coffee shop, what daily habits helped you become fluent enough to work and communicate confidently?
I started with very small habits. Every morning I learned 5 new words and used them in simple sentences. I watched English podcasts with subtitles, then listened again without subtitles. Whenever I met someone, I tried to ask one simple question like, "How was your weekend?" or "What do you recommend?" At first, I felt nervous, but every conversation became easier. One habit changed my life the most. I stopped translating every sentence in my head. Instead, I started thinking in simple English. For example, instead of translating long ideas, I thought, "I'm hungry. I'm excited. Let's go." Simple thoughts became simple conversations. Within 1 year, I wasn't afraid anymore. Confidence didn't come overnight. It came from hundreds of small conversations.
That's an excellent lesson. Many learners ask me, how can I become fluent? The answer isn't difficult. Listen every day, speak every day, read every day. Don't fear mistakes. Here's another useful phrase. Can you explain that another way? This is perfect when you don't understand someone. Another phrase is, "I'm not sure, but I think." You don't need perfect answers. You only need the courage to speak. Listeners, today I want to challenge you. After this podcast ends, introduce yourself in English for just 1 minute. Record yourself. Listen again. You'll improve faster than you imagine. Emma, before we finish, what message would you like to give to every student who is afraid of speaking English?
My message is simple. Don't wait until you feel ready. Start today. Your first conversation won't be perfect, neither will your second. But one day, you'll suddenly realize that you're speaking naturally. Remember these words. Confidence grows through action, not through waiting. Every mistake teaches you something valuable. Every new word brings you closer to fluency, and every conversation makes you stronger. If a shy girl like me could build confidence in a new country, you can too. Believe in yourself. Practice every day. Speak with kindness. Learn with patience. Thank you, Neeraj, for inviting me, and thank you to everyone listening. I hope today's conversation inspires you to say your first English sentence today, because your future might begin with just one brave conversation.